Well, my name is Chuck Leslie, and I'm from Kaia, where I'm standing right now. I, my family all was from here, so we're still here. I've been here for 82 years now, going on 83 years, just in this bay. And my fishing is, we do all types of fishing. Like when my dad taught us how to fishing, we fish 18 different types of fishing. He said when fishing comes in season that you have to get so many weeks or so many months of this type of fishing, and then when that season stops, you know what other fishing you have to go, so you don't have to go look for land jobs. So we do 18 different types of fishing, and but ʻŌpelu is one of my specialty that I really like, because that's the only fishing that you control the fish, because you're watching them with a view box and you feeding them, so they will do whatever you want them to do, because you can control them with the chum that you're putting down in the rag. I spend my time with the ocean. In my mind, I speak into the ocean, thanking the mountain for keeping our water smooth here, because it blocks the wind. And then I thank the ocean for a beautiful day. But I never did ask the ocean for the amount of fish I need. I just tell the ocean, I'm out fishing, trying to make a living. You give me what you want to give me. And it always gave me a lot of fish. My dad was a teacher, and he was the most patient person I ever seen. Even when I was starting to learn, and I made the most crappiest net, and he always said, no, that's good, because he said we all went through that, kind of making it look good for me. And then he never did, disgrace anything I made. Always is good, good, good. And I think that what kept me going, because he tried to keep me on the top all the time. So I wanted to make it look nice for him. He was, my dad, but and my best friend. ʻŌpelu net was the hardest for me to learn, because I do all the nets that we use in Hawaii. Every net that we use, we make a fully net, we make all kind of nets. But ʻŌpelu net is the hardest because the mesh is so small, and it's a different way of building the net. I can make one in 15 days if I sit 12 hours a day for 15 days. That's ʻŌpelu net. The throw net, I can make them in 5 hours. When I'm making a new net, this is how it's been made, and it's stitched all up like this here. Like when I start the net here at 200 eyes, and I put all the adding mesh, and when I get to here, it's 1400 eyes. It's how we build the net up. And then from there, 1400 eyes goes all the way up to the cuckoo, the broad. Yeah, this net is over 100 years old, a coolie net. And this floats, we make them, it's out of how tree, and then we cut them, and then you drill them, and then you have to dry them. So it's really old style.
And then
This one is
42?
40 feet, 40 feet deep, 50 years old. This net me and my dad made, so it took us about a month and a half. First time it's one of the first nets we made with monofilament, and one of the first that came to the west side of Hawaii, the first monofilament.
And then
Yeah, this is we call the ʻIke. That's where the bags was, where the last of fish going in, and then we just break this apart and then let them put the fish in the box in. And this is the hope is where you start building the net from here, 200 eyes here, and go till this section here. You get 1400 eyes, and then this is the ʻōpū, the ʻōpū, the belly, and goes all the way up to the kuku, and then the kuku is the rods go across. In the old days, they used ulei stick, but it's it's so hard to make ulei stick, and the ulei stick breaks sometimes. But once they came up with a fiberglass, then we all use the fiberglass rod. Way back, we have to make our own dye. We go buy, take kukui bark and eko, and then we have to boil them to make the dye. And it comes up brown like that, like the brown, the dark brown. So fishing is only brown, but things to hang up, it can be different colors. It's the way it's been built, because other people build, it's like other people makes the ʻŌpelu net, but they don't build them like how we do. Like way back, my dad and one of his friends, they had some Japanese people from Japan fishing down here, and they taught my dad and this other Japanese friend of my dad's how to build a good big net, and that's the way we hybridize our nets. We build them like them. But the other people build real skinny nets, so you have to build them real wide underneath so they get swimming room, then they don't climb out. Because if it's too skinny, the minute you pull the bridle, they shoot right out of the net. But by building the net the right way, you can catch a lot more fish. And a lot of the people who fishing now don't have good nets. Our net was the best net, and when we had nets that became old, we burned the net. We never did sell them. We never did give them out. We burned them and used a new one. So one day I told him, what? Why we don't give these people this net instead of burning? He said, well, you want your equipment to go out there be your competitor? I never say anything. And I can see right there why, because what the other people can catch, our net catch everything. And then before he passed, he said, if you want to pass this to different people, you can do it on your time. But I never did do anything with net to show anybody when he was here until he passed. But I had the okay from him that when he passed, that I can share what I wanted to share. Certain nets, like ʻŌpelu net, if the young people don't step up, it's going to get lost. I'd like to see the younger fishermen come up, in the world, islands that can be fishermen, not just try to be fishermen and not going to make it. Because I've been fishing for over 70 something years, and I tell you, I don't regret it. I loved it, all my life. It's all I know is fishing, a lot of fishing. And if you're showing the kids, I am very happy that you're showing the kids what we do, how we did it from the old style, and now it's good for them to pick up, and then they can, make it even their own style, make it a different way that they'll work for them. Because what we learned way back, we add on what we think was going to be easier and faster. So that's why we add on what our grandparents taught us is far back there. We didn't forget that. But just just do what they want to do and make fishing. If they want to do fishing, make fishing their life and make it joyful. Make it joyful.